Yo, what's good, gang? It's the Dope Guy, and I am back with another video, big dog. Yo, hope you guys are all doing well out there because I'm doing alright. Here I am spinning the block with content for y'all, man, on my soul. Hey, man, my birthday is this week, man. Shout out to all the December babies who are celebrating their birthdays this month. Sagittarius season, specifically, man. Shout out to y'all. But, yo, man, my birthday is this week. I'm excited. And if anyone wants to donate anything for my birthday, man, my PayPal will be down in my description box below. But it's also going to be right across the bottom screen if you want to tap in. You know, if you want to, man. Not making anyone do anything, man. I don't care if it's $1. I don't care, man. But shout out to y'all, man, for showing love and tapping in and sharing my videos, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Almost at 40,000. But today's video, we got AUSSIE slang. 100 words Australians say different than Americans. Shout out to Tristan Kuhn. I think it's Kuhn. Is it? Y'all, I hope I'm not butchering your name, bro. I apologize, man. But shout out to you, man. The link to the original video will be down in my description box below, man. Make sure you tap in and subscribe. But yeah, man, about to learn about the slangs, man. Shout out to all my people in Australia, man. I'm eager to learn about the slangs that you guys use. You know what I'm saying? That I may have heard in other videos. Who knows? But I cannot wait to tap in. But before we do that, subscribe to the Dope Guy, the way to get notifications every time I upload. And from right here on Snapchat and Instagram, right across the bottom screen. So that being said, I'm not gonna hold y'all much longer because y'all already know. Let's go, big dog. Let's get into it. Yes, sir.
What's good, y'all? Tristan here, and today I'd like to share with you 100 Aussie words and phrases that I've learned in my time here. I'm going to try to say the Australian version of the word first, so you can pause the video if you want and try to guess what that means in American English. The first 5 to 10 words are going to be very trivial. You probably have heard of them before, but as we go on, we're going to be moving into more hardcore Aussie slang, and I'll be saving my 10 favorite words and phrases for the end, so stay tuned.
Okay.
So the first one is mate. Everyone knows this. Means like friend, man, bro. What's up, mate? Second Aussie word, cheers. Cheers is something that they often say instead of thank you. You know, maybe like a friend of yours buys
definitely seeing y'all say cheers to me in the comments. I appreciate y'all, man. Much love, respect.
Alright, and you said, cheers, mate. Next up is good day, which is obviously like good day, kind of like, hey, what's up? How's it going? Good day, mate. You get it. Number 4 is holiday, to go on holiday. It's like what we would call vacation. Number 5 is a word I, for some reason, find quite annoying, but it's oi. It's pretty much just something you say to get someone's attention. You know, you might say, oi, mate, or just, oi. Number 6 is Macca's, or McDonald's, kind of like how we say Mickey D's for short.
Really?
But no one here calls it McDonald's. Just Macca's. And another famous American fast food chain that actually has a different name here is Hungry Jack's, or Burger King. They call it Hungry Jack's here, not Burger King, because Burger King was already an established business here when Burger King tried moving to Australia. So I'm going to do these a little bit. You know, there are 100 of them, and I'm trying to do this video done in a reasonable time. So next up, chips. And I'm not talking like Doritos, I'm talking French fries.
I figured I could have guessed that one. Chips, I would have definitely guessed that.
Fries, here they call them chips. Also, what we call Lay's chips are known here as Smith's chips.
Smith's.
Just different name. Next up is avo, which no, it does not mean avocado. It is short for afternoon. Let's meet up avo. Number 10 is petrol. Petrol is what we call gas, not like gas in the air, but the gas you put in your car. They call it petrol. And where do you go to get your petrol? The servo. Short for service station, what we call gas station. Also, there's a place here called the chemist. You might not know what that is. You know, it's a place where you go when you're feeling sick. AKA the pharmacy. Here they call the pharmacy
chemist.
The chemist. Bottle-o. Bottle-o is also another type of store. What we call in America a liquor store. Anywhere that kind of stuff.
Bottle-o.
You can call it a bottle-o. Next up on the list, fairy floss. Fairy floss is what we call in America cotton candy. However, it kind of makes sense that they call it fairy floss because candy is not a word that they use here in Australia. They call it lollies or chocolates. So yeah, candy's not a word. Kind of be weird.
Okay, that's different. That's really different. Wasn't expecting that.
To call it cotton candy. Chewy. Chewy means bubblegum, you know, because you chew it. And Australians love to make everything end in IE. Next up, thong. Thong is not what you're thinking. It's not that. It is not what you wear here, but it is where you wear here. Right there, it's a little thong for your toe. It is a flip-flop. If you ever hear anyone talking about
like a thong sandal. Okay. I'm glad he broke that down. Like, thong, what? Where are you going with this one, big dog?
Thongs, putting on their thongs, something like that. Yeah.
See, people in America will be like, what, your thongs? Like, they'll think of thong. Yeah. That's where my mind went. I'm like, okay, but thong sandals. I do know what those are, but yeah. That would throw people off.
This one should probably have been higher up on the list, but that is a Barbie, spelled like Barbie, but not that Barbie. this type of Barbie, a
Barbecue.
Another IE ending word is a tradie. A tradie is short for tradesman, which is like, you know, anyone who's like a plumber, carpenter, electrician, those type of jobs, those people are tradies. And in similar fashion is a sparky and a chippy. So sparky is another word, kind of like a slang word for a electrician, and a chippy is the same for a carpenter. I don't think they have a slang word for a plumber. If there is one, please let me know in the comment section below. However, what I do like is they don't call it a plumber's crack here, they call it a plum bum. Similar and it rhymes, so
I like that.
Gets the win.
I like it.
Next up is a jumper, which is pretty much what we would call like a hoodie or a windbreaker, light jacket, or something like that. All here just called a jumper. When it comes to your pants, they got trackies. Trackies. We call the U.S. sweatpants. Number 25 is a word we have in the U.S. and that is stuffed. However, it does not mean like you're full of food. I mean, it does mean that here, but it also means you're tired. So if you're just completely exhausted, you just be like, I'm stuffed. But there's another word, and that is chockers. And chockers means you're full, like you are stuffed. You just ate that Thanksgiving meal. They don't really have Thanksgiving here, but yeah, you can get it. Next up is bathers. You can probably guess, but that's like your swimsuit. Brekkie means breakfast. The word chook here means chicken. You often see it like on store signs. They'll say chook shop, which means like chicken shop. They sell chicken there. Somehow I completely skipped over this one when recording the first time, but that is bogan. Them bogans. Bogans are the exact same thing as what we would call in the U.S. a redneck. Something else they say here in Australia is esky. I've also heard it referred to as a chili bin. However, both those words is what we call a cooler. Gotta say, esky is a much cooler word than cooler, but a word that we have that is way cooler than their version is koozie. The little thing you will be hearing, here they call it a stubby holder, which, I don't know, that just doesn't do it for me. America takes the dub on that one. Another Australian word is a slab. Not a slab of concrete, but it means a slab of beer. What we would call like a case of beer. It's like beer, 24 beers. Slab. More alcohol-related stuff is goon. Goon is just really cheap wine that's served in a box. We just call it box wine. And if someone tells you to skull your goon, that means chug it, throw it back, drink it all.
Who drinks box wine, to be honest with you? I don't know nothing about that.
Something you might do if you're in uni. Uni here is short for university, and university is what they call college. Technically, college here is your last 2 years of high school, so that's why when you go to uni, they don't call it college. Alright, this one probably got me the most because as a waiter, it took me a little while to figure out what this word meant, and I had no idea what people were talking about when they had asked me for these, but it is a serviette. A serviette means a napkin. Thankfully, one that I learned about like my first week here was cutlery. Cutlery is what we call in the U.S. silverware. Like fork, your knife, your spoon, nothing big. Alright, quick speed round. Rubbish, trash, bin, trash can, biscuit, cracker or cookie, toilet, bathroom, fizzy drink, soda, boot, trunk, rubber, eraser. Not a condom. Piss is not urine, it means alcohol, so if you're on the piss or you're pissed.
Wait, what? Wait a minute.
Not a condom. Piss is not urine, it means alcohol, so if you're.
Man, I'm not about to say pit. That's different. Piss means alcohol. I'm about to go drink. Oh, I gotta hear that in a sentence.
On the piss or you're pissed, that means you're drunk. Also one I've only heard once, and I don't really get it, but that is maggot. Apparently maggot means drunk too. Guess there's lots of words for drunk. Alright, gutter, curb, footpath, sidewalk, footy, football, but not this type of football.
I know. Footy, I've seen that.
Australian football is big here. It's like the biggest sport here. And yeah, they usually don't even call it football. They just call it footy. Next up.
Definitely about to tap into more AFL, man. Y'all recommend more of them AFL videos y'all want me to check out. I ain't forget. Trust me, I have not forgotten.
It's sunnies, and that is your sunglasses or your shades. They also say runners, and runners are like your tennis shoes or your sneakers. They also got flats. Flats are pretty much like apartments, but they also still use apartments. I don't quite know what the difference is, but I think flats are like the buildings, apartment buildings are really big. Flats are kind of like buildings with only a couple apartments. But I could be wrong. Feel free to tell me I'm wrong. Fully explain to me what the difference is between a flat and an apartment. A trolley is not something you see in San Francisco, but it is a shopping cart. And their shopping carts here are actually different than they are in America. And if you want to know more about that, click on my video right here, which is 100 differences between America and Australia. Not words, but like actual things that are different. Anyways, next up is ute. Ute is a truck or a truck bed, but they're not really trucks here. It's like that. It's like small car with a bed. I don't know. That's a ute. And the bed in it is not called a bed. It's a ute. Yeah.
Okay.
A new word I learned here that I have been using in my vocabulary is bloke, which just means like guy or dude. Like a good dude, good bloke, good guy. You get it. Alright, a car park is somewhere where you park your car, what we call parking lot.
Parking lot.
Kind of makes sense, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it makes
jetty
sense.
is not a jet ski, which is what I thought when I first heard it. It is just a dock. Like a boat dock, you know,
Oh, okay,
jumps out
jetty.
the water. Guess that's where it got its name. Another word they use all the time is Mrs. That means like your girlfriend. Oh, I'm gonna go stay with my missus tonight. Go to my girlfriend's
I can
tonight.
guess that,
Old
too.
mate is another confusing one because you think like oh like a longtime friend, an old mate, but it's actually like the total opposite. It just means like someone like an old mate. Like I don't know why, but it means the opposite of what it sounds like. Just means somebody, someone.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right. Now my next 7 are all words that are technically the exact same in Australia and the U.S. However, they pronounce them so differently here you might not actually know what they're talking about when they say them. So the first one is Adidas. Don't know what it means? Adidas. That's what they're trying to say.
Okay.
Next up is aluminium, which is aluminum, as we would say it. Third is oregano, or as we say in the U.S., oregano. Fourth is Nissan, or what we would call in the U.S., the car company, Nissan.
Yeah.
And the next 2 are just letters, so they pronounce the letter H, like they say like the sound, and then the
H.
like H. And next is Z, they call it Z. And then last one is kind of random, but it's like every day of the week. Like they just say every day of the week differently. They kind of like abbreviate it. Like I don't know exactly how they can say it. Like I feel like Wednesday, like Wednesday, something like that. Every single day of the week, make it into the knee and just say it differently.
Tuesday.
Someone Australian, please comment down below the phonetic spelling of how you pronounce all the days of the week. All right, now as you can tell by now, Australians love to shorten stuff. They shorten everything. However, there are 3 words which we do shorten better than them, and that is telly, aircon, and deso. Telly is short for television, or what we call TV. Aircon, AC, and deso, DD. 3 things of like these 100 that we got you beat in. Everything else,
designated driver. All right.
All right. Now the next 5 words are all words that we do say in American English. However, they just say it here like way more than we do it. Like they say it all the time, and you just don't really hear Americans say these words. First one is heaps. Just means like a lot. Like, oh, the teacher gave me heaps of homework. The next is ages, but like in the sense of like a long time or far away. Like
ages ago.
Ages away, or Next up is neat. We would probably usually say clean, like, oh, the room's clean. Here they typically say, oh, it's neat. 4th one is keen. We would probably say something like, I'm down, like, oh, I'm keen on that, like, oh, I'm down to do that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's use keen. Another word they use here all the time is cheeky. I don't really know how to define it, honestly. I feel like it's kind of like the F word, you know, you can kind of use it in a lot of ways. But one way I hear it a lot is like, give like a cheeky grin, like, kind of like sarcastic. And the last one is no worries. We would probably say like, no problem. Like, I don't know, maybe someone says, oh, like, thank you. And you're like, oh yeah, no problem. However, because Australians shorten every damn thing, sometimes they don't say no worries, and instead they say no wakas, which is just short for no worries. If anyone ever says that's gross, they do not mean gross. They're saying that's great, that's fantastic, that's awesome, very good. Alright, now this next one makes a lot of sense, but that is lemonade. Lemonade here is not this. They don't really have that here. If someone here asks for a lemonade, they mean this, or this, or this.
Yes, okay, so anything that favors like with lemon lime, like Sprite, Sierra Mist, or Starry, and then 7-Up,
Sprite, however, there are many types of that soda. You know, there's Sprite, Sierra Mist, 7-Up. Why do we call them all Sprite? It doesn't make sense. So if you ever want that type of drink, you just say, can I have a lemonade? And they'll give you, whichever one they got. The next one isn't really like a word, but it's just a word that they add to the end of a lot of sentences, and that's as. Imagine any time it would be appropriate to say like AF when you're texting, like, oh, that's good AF. They would just say good ass. Oh, that's cool ass. Oh, that's big ass. Oh, that's bomb ass.
That's big ass.
Ass is everywhere. Armstrong is a thrift shop. Sweeper is a broom. My next one is a saying that is.
Did I miss something?
Is a thrift shop.
Op shop.
Sweeper is a broom. My next one is a saying that is, and Bob's your uncle. Maybe this is a thing in the U.S., but I've never heard it, and that just means, and there you have it. Bob's your uncle. There you go. Now these next 2 are a little bit funny, but one is a bum bag. A bum bag is what in America we call a fanny pack. However, the thing here, why they call it a bum bag and not a fanny pack is because in America, fanny is another word for your butt. Yeah. However, here, fanny doesn't mean butt. Fanny means not mine, but a girl's down there. Oh. So as you can see, it's probably why they don't call it a fanny pack here. Next up, I gotta elaborate on this one because all my Australian friends hate us Americans for this, and that is shrimp. Or sorry, prawn. They don't call it shrimp here. You ever heard of, shrimp on the bobby? That was like some old marketing campaign or something that was not at all based on how it's actually in Australia, because no one here says shrimp. Literally, no one says shrimp. Every single type of shrimp that you get here, like jumbo shrimp, this shrimp, it's all different types of prawn. They would call it the same words we would use in America, but prawn. There's only one circumstance here in Australia where you're allowed to call it shrimp, and that is, like the tiny little shrimps, I think they're called like bay shrimp or something. Those you call shrimp. every other type of shrimp. All, I don't know, a dozen of them. They're all prawn here, all right? I think this is kind of funny because they just call one type of prawn shrimp, and in America we call all of the shrimp, or like all of that animal shrimp, besides one type, which we call prawn, at least to my knowledge. So yeah, same thing, different words. This next one's good. Entree. Entree, you know, that's like your main meal. You get your appetizer and you get your entree. However, here, entree means appetizer. They don't really use the word appetizer. They either call it an entree or a starter. Then what we call an entree is just your main meal. So yeah, here, entree means appetizer. And next up is coriander. Coriander is a type of food. We have it in America too, but we call it cilantro. Another food here is a rock melon, which is what we call in the U.S. a cantaloupe. But yeah.
Rock melon.
It's a rock melon. If you're still here right now, thank you so much for staying to the end. I hope you've been enjoying this Aussie English. Here are my top 10 favorite Aussie words, but before I get to them, please make sure give this video a like, share it with a friend, comment any thoughts you have, in no particular order. My top 10 favorite Aussie words. The first one is cactus. Not this type of cactus. It just means like you're tired, you're worn out, you're broken. Like your car could be cactus, it's broken down, it's not working. Or you can just be cactus because you're exhausted. This is a good one, and that is mozzie. Them damn mozzies. Mozzies is short for mosquito. Those damn mozzies are so
I like that.
pesky. I hate them.
I like that one.
This one made me laugh the first time I heard it, and that is crack off. To crack off. Don't know what you think it means, but it means fart. Pass the gas to so many ways to say it. But another one to add to your repertoire of fart words. Crack off.
Crack
Next up
off.
is dibby-dobber, which is a tattletale. Oh, my brother's such a dibby-dobber.
Dibby-dobber. I like that one too.
You get what it is. Next up, potato gems. It just means tater tots. So after this video, I'm going to cook me up some potato gems. Number 96, and that is biscuiting or donutting. Try to take a guess on what this is. It's kind of funny, but it is what we would call tubing. Like when you're behind the boat, hanging on for dear life, trying not to get knocked off. Yeah, I've heard that called two different things here. Donutting was the first time I heard it, and the second time I heard it, biscuiting. All right. This next one, I'm bringing back to America. I'm telling you, I'm bringing this word to America because I love it, and that is brawly. Forgot my brawly. I need to pop up my brawly. It's raining. Brawly is short. It's slang for umbrella. I don't know. I like it. It just flows up the tongue, you know? Brawly. Alright, it's getting late. It's like 1 o'clock as I'm recording this video, and I am knackered. Knackered just means tired, exhausted. Just,
I'm knackered.
Want to pass out. And second to last one of the kids that I was coaching taught me this word, and I love it. This is lollipop lady. I'll give you a second to envision what you think a lollipop lady is, and it makes total sense when I tell you, but a lollipop lady is what we call a crossing guard. Someone who goes and stands out with a sign that says stop or slow.
Like a lollipop.
Children crossing, something like that. Looks like a giant lollipop. Yeah. Those people are called lollipop ladies. Now my last one, number 100, is a good one, but before I get to it, I just want to say, if you like these top 100 videos, click that one right over there. It is 100 differences between America and Australia, not words, but just actual physical different things. Thank you very much. And now my actual last one is, we're not here to fuck spiders. All it really means is, we're not messing around, we're here to get shit done. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Peace.
We're not here to fuck spiders. That is hilarious. We're not here to mess around. I like that. Man, if you say that, that's gonna throw someone off. They're like, what? Hey man, shout out to, I like the Aussie slang, man. A lot of words mean a different. I still can't get over the alcohol meaning piss in Australia. I can't get over that, man. Like, man, how do you say that in a sentence? Like, that's hilarious. If any of y'all will ever say that in a sentence in the comments, man, when this video drops, man, that's gonna be hilarious. I'm gonna be interested in reading that shit. That's gonna be funny. But yo, man, shout out to all my people in Australia. Much love, respect to y'all, man. Learn all the slang. It's super funny, very entertaining, man. Some of them, a lot of them do make sense. So shout out to y'all. And also, before this video ends, man, my birthday is this week, man. If y'all want to donate anything to my birthday, my PayPal will be down in my description box. It'll be right here across the bottom of the screen if you want to tap in. I appreciate y'all. I don't care if it's $1. I don't care if you don't donate. It is what it is. I'm just throwing it out there. Shout out to all my big dogs out there who've been supporting this platform. We're on the road to 40,000 subscribers, and I will be where I'm at, where I'm trying to go without any of y'all. No matter if you're from Australia, South Africa, USA, I don't care where you're from. Anyone who's tapped in with this content, I appreciate y'all. Y'all, we locked in, bro. We're locked in. Y'all already know the vibes. But yo, I hope you enjoyed the reaction to this video. If you enjoyed my reaction, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the Dope Guy Big Dog. Hit the notification bell whenever I upload. From right here on Snapchat and Instagram, right across the bottom screen. Any of the videos you may check out, please comment in this video, my other videos. Leave likes and comments on all my videos to help grow the channel, help with the algorithm for sure. Any more videos you may check out, leave a comment in the comment section below. No, I got you. I'm gonna spin the block. But yeah, man, this is the Dope Guy, and I am out. Yes, sir.